I spoke to Michelle Kerr, the coordinator of the Mosgiel Community Food Bank, half an hour before emergency service vehicles returned with food gifted by the community.
We're about to be hopefully inundated with a whole pile of food, and volunteers who are running the streets and volunteers who will come in here to the hall and pack all the food that comes through our door.
Can you explain a little bit more about what the Christmas can appeal actually is?
Christmas can appeal, it is food that we collect at this time of year, and it sees us right through the whole following year, and that just goes towards all our clients who are in need of needing some food.
What got you involved in something like this? This is quite a big project.
Just being a volunteer of the food bank here, and it's just kind of grown from there. So the food drive's been going for about 18 years. It just keeps our cupboards full.
Yeah. How many volunteers do you work with?
I have 12 volunteers that work Monday to Friday. We work from 10 o'clock till 11:45 each day.
How serious is the low socio-economic crisis in Mosgiel?
How serious?
Yeah.
Fairly serious, yeah. We have 300 people on our book. At this time of the year it can rise to 500 people. I am at this stage giving out 143 food parcels to clients that are needing a Christmas parcel, and they all come from agencies. They're not from me. I do not refer these people. It's other agencies that have referred them, so we've got 143. We normally stick to 100, but this year the need is showing to be a lot greater.
Compared to the rest of Dunedin, how bad is the situation for people that need food and rely on the service in Mosgiel?
I don't know. I have no idea what the situation is in town. I'd imagine it would be much the same as what it is out here, for the same reasons, whatever they may be. You know, high rent, high electricity bills. Can't say petrol anymore, can I?
Are there a lot of students involved?
No, not here. No, they will be in town.
Is the service you run from Mosgiel just available for this area?
No, we provide food parcels for Green Island, right down to Tyree Mouth, right across the plains up to Middlemarch, and then back round to Green Island, everything else in between.
What emergency services are related to this project, and how
Tonight,
does that work?
we have the fire brigade, the police, the ambulance, we've got community patrol, so they are our emergency services. With our sirens, it's important we have sirens because people know that we're in the area and that to get their food out of their pantries outside. So yes, it's mainly because of the sirens and the importance of the vehicle, I suppose. It's a vehicle that they recognise and know that this is an ambulance at this time of night on the day organised, and that it is for the food drive. It's not somebody else going around hoping to fill their cupboards.
I'm based in Auckland. If I wanted to donate a can a month, is there somewhere I could send this throughout the year?
Absolutely. Any food bank, City Mission in Auckland, I believe would be. We have people who just drop stuff at our door. Every day there's something sitting at our door from our community. So it's great. Yeah, absolutely wonderful.
Leanne Shaw, a volunteer at the food bank, gave me insight into what it was like helping out.
I volunteer on a Monday from 10 to 12. It's a combined church, so all the churches in Mosgiel provide funds, but also volunteer help, but the general public as well.
No, there's quite a lot of food around us. It ranges from biscuits to flour, spreads, sauces and soups, and behind me gifts and fizz and chocolates and sweets. What's the most sought after item that people are usually after?
Well, I think the basics really, but the thing we run out of is strangely 2-minute noodles. That's the one thing we run out of. But, you know, generally baked beans and spaghetti are always great.
Is there anything that people don't contribute that you're in desperate need of?
I think money always comes into it. I mean, I personally would give money because I find that, you know, like Christmas time, Michelle provide chickens for people's tables, with, you know, margarine and milk, things that we don't always get donated. You can actually supplement it with the money that they've got, and sadly we've got to pay rent as well, so yeah.
What's the general demographic that walks through doors here?
There is a general demographic, but sadly we see quite a few families, and so yeah, you do feel sorry for the children. Yeah, you want to make sure that they're well fed.
Do you think it's a growing problem at the moment in Mosgiel?
don't know about growing. I think it's just probably the state of, inflation. Everything's, expensive for everybody across the board. We get supplied by Food Share, which is, I think, nationwide now. So they take all the products from supermarkets, bakeries, cafes, things like that, and then redistribute it to other members of the community, not just Food Bank, but other places as well. Thank you. And it's just something that to do with, handling practices, as the world has got better at handling things, and food safety. You want everyone to have the food that they're getting for free. It's got to be still safe. So sadly, we're not getting dairy products anymore just because of those food handling. We want to make sure that everything's, everyone's getting perfect food to eat and no one gets sick. So so we're very conscious of that and best before dates.
Just as a last question, because we're getting quite busy again, what made you decide to come and help out and contribute your time to this project?
I've always volunteered across the board, starting at art gallery, museums, things like that. But as I've since have had a child and have a family, I've been giving food over the years. But I just have some time free, and I think it's an important cause. And I haven't got a very big family, so it's nice to be able to give.
Hamish, one of the emergency services volunteers, spoke with me about what it was like being out in the field collecting food from the community for those most in need. When you were out in the community, what sort of people came out to donate foods?
Yeah, we saw a wide variety. You get the old and the young, people from all walks of life really just coming out to donate what they believe they can afford, or just what they had lying around that they feel as though that they can donate to those who they see more in need than themselves.
What kind of attention do you create to make everyone come outside? How does that happen?
Yeah, we're really lucky with the emergency services. A lot of our vehicles have got lights and sirens, and for those that don't, we are able to borrow some from Civil Defence just to get out there and make some noise, use car horns and just the sirens that are advertised on the radio and the like, just so that people are aware that we're in the area and they can come out and donate what they need to. The kids really love it, and it's awesome just to see the awesome vibe that gets created.
Is this your first time that you've done this?
No, we've done this for a couple of years, just sort of getting involved where we can, and every year it's always good to come back and do it again.
What do you get out of doing this personally?
A lot of satisfaction we get just out of being out there. We're able to sort of represent the agencies that we volunteer for, as well as also being able to do our part to help those more in need at Christmas time, really.